T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, how you going? It's LadyChann, none less, and welcome to we got there in the end. Come box with Shan with the booties in. What up, girl? All right. Let me do the banner because you know what we are here for. Sorry about certain delays, but you know, technicalities. This is the modern era where things go wrong, and you know, sometimes the machines want to do their own thing, you know. But hey ho, we got there in the end. Let me just do this banner. Hope you guys have had a great day. I've had a decent one actually, to be fair. Just kicking back. So let me just I wonder why it's got that there. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and waiting. You know, I'll always be there. I won't just not turn up. Okie dokes, let me just create this banner. So this is going to be a great one. I'm so excited for this one. We've got a legend in the building. You know, just get the legends. I'm humbled, honoured, and severely flattered. Joins. Hang on, so I've had this, I've been saying this, and you guys that know me on the show anyway, from the show, it's something that I always say, and so it's quite crazy to be able to say it to the person that actually made it up. So let me just do the tag. You know what? The eyesight is failing me. This is what happens when you start getting old as well. Getting to be an old bird, trying to not wear my glasses. You lot know I bought these glasses and I ain't even bloody wearing them. Spent a pretty penny on them as well. Where's the apostrophe disappeared to? Okay, there we go. We there. Kaboom! Look, small deny over there. Let me put myself up a little bit. Okay, so let me do the members only roll call. Because y'all must have forgot. Yeah, we don't forget our members. No. We don't. All right, so let's get the members only roll call in the booties. Okie dokes. Me. All right, coolio, gang. So see all members. Let's go with the members shout out. Oh, we've got a new member. Shouts out to Cooking with Sir Senior. Zara K. Shouts out to Donald Banks GB. Ahmed. Team Fatty. What up, Fatty? King Boxing. Golden BEK. Round the DJ. Nesta Bedford. What up, Nesta? Big Bad Bull GBG. James RUDD. What up, Blood? What up, Gangster? What up, Blood? Retro Boxing and Documentaries. Con Shaunery. What up, Con? My sister, the Queen Lisa Bales. Ricky Ricardo, mi hermano, ya tú sabes. Dub right side, Stephen T. In the bootism. My sis, R to the left. In the bootism. Harlem's finest. D-style boxing. Mi hermano. In the bootism. AJ all day. What up, AJ? Charlo. King TJ. In the bootism. In the bootism. Upload type el primero. In the bootism. Dr. P. My Cardiff brethren. In the booties. Okie dokes. All right. Oh yeah, my phone. Yeah, get your camera situated so I can see you. You know, we gotta see you. Yeah. Make sure all of your face is on it. Maybe you need it to be propped up so you're stable. Just prop it up against some books or something. So, so you don't gotta hold it. Prop it up with something. Go get something to prop it up with. Yeah. Then it's easy. Then we got it all stable. I've got like a different lighting setting, and is it looking alright? We in pink today. All right, so yeah. I can see up to your nose. Lower. High, I got to see the rest of your face because otherwise you'll be cut off. Do it at an angle. All your face. There you go. Perfecto. Okie dokie. So, okay, let's see what we're doing. So, we're going to introduce this legend, this Hall of Famer, 4-division champ, 160, 168, 175, and heavyweight champion of the world, former pound for pound king, Hall of Fame inductee. I think he was in 2020, or was he 2021? I feel it's 2020, but they combined it. So, y'all must have forgot. I'm introducing, introducing, introducing. Yes, like I said, the 4-division champ, former 160, former 168, former 175, former you beat the brakes off John Ruiz, heavyweight champion of the world. It's Roy Jones Jr. Ding, 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 ding. What up, y'all?
What up?
Hi, Roy. Finally, we got there.
Yeah, how you doing?
I am doing fine. All the better to see you, sir. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. All the better to see you too.
Yeah, we did it. I'm so gassed. I'm so happy to see you. I feel like I know you because I've watched you as much as I could growing up, and even now, seeing the stuff that you're doing now. So we're gonna get on to this.
Okay.
Y'all must have forgot. That's how I have to say it. Say it, Roy.
Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah, I know. When people say stupid things on my show, yeah, I say you must have bumped your head. Y'all must have forgot. I'm always telling people that. Yeah, the best tagline in the world. Trust me.
Right.
So let's dive in, shall we? Right. This is where I ask all the boxers. I know, but just in case people don't know, how did you come into boxing, and how? Just give us the rundown.
Basically, I watched my father watching a Muhammad Ali fight back when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And I think I was 5. I think it was 74. He was watching Ali versus Joe Frazier.
Right.
Pretty much what I was seeing was that my father was fascinated by Ali, but he was also fascinated by the fact that I was fascinated by the fact that Ali was outboxing Joe. He was constantly aggravating Joe, agitating Joe, but used his hands to outbox Joe while he was mentally taking Joe apart. So,
Right.
and Joe was not such an easy guy to take apart mentally or physically. So, it's saying a lot that Ali could give him so much problems, but just by trying to upset him. And I said, look, if I learn how to use my hands, I can do that because I'm very good at upsetting people and staying calm on my side. And that's what made me know boxing was for me.
Then you went in the Olympics. Then, like they love to do, they always rob the Americans and give you lot the silver when you
Yep.
definitely won the gold.
Yeah.
Done this. They've done this to you. They did it to Floyd. They did it to Shakur. Who else did they do it to? Andre Ward got the gold. Even what did Uncle Ronnie Shields? Did Ronnie Shields? He was
I
gold.
don't know.
I
I know,
think
but
he was gold. I know that was way before your
yeah,
time, but
yeah.
I think
But
he
the
got the
thing,
gold.
the thing about it though, what they did to me was they gave me a silver medal. Then they gave me the Val Barker Cup, which says I'm the best boxer at the Olympics.
So that they knew, and that guy and that fight was like, what are they doing? He knew he didn't win. He was like, nah, this ain't on. But shouts out. So really, they should upgrade it. They should upgrade your silver medal to gold. I don't care.
They
They
should,
should.
they should, they should. But organizations now, some days they're very different because they always use the excuse that if they upgrade mine, they'd have
Yeah.
to upgrade others, but that's not the case. Mine was so one-sided in the finals,
Mm-hmm.
and it was ridiculous. And I do think a few guys may have got gypped before I got to him, but
Yeah.
mine the world saw, and I thought that should be upgraded.
What was it? Did they give him the 3-2 or was it a 3-2?
3-2, 3-2,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Damn it, man. That's crazy. But oh well, we all knew you was the best. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
For us, technically, you won. You was gold. So don't
Yes,
worry about it.
thank you.
So no, you're welcome. So first 4 rounds, I want to talk about let's talk about, do you want to talk about Bernard Hopkins number one?
Mhm,
Or is
mhm.
there anything that you want to go for? Because that correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know anything. I'm a student of the game. Was that your first title to grab?
Yeah, that was my first world title to grab. I
World
grabbed the
title. That was the IBF, right?
no, yeah, it was IBF middleweight
Yeah.
title. Yes,
Yeah.
my first title was the WBC Continental America 168-pound belt. I got that
Oh,
by beating Percy Harris.
okay. Yeah.
Then I fought Bernard a year later for the IBF middleweight title.
Middleweight, yeah, that was at 1. In the Olympics though, did you campaign at 154?
Yep.
So doesn't that technically make you, if you went to the pros, wouldn't that have made you a welterweight?
No, a junior middleweight, and I did turn pro at junior middleweight. I just couldn't make the weight that long, but I did turn pro as a junior middleweight or a super welterweight. And at super welterweight, I'm the
Yeah.
only person to ever turn professional
Mhm.
as a super welterweight and become heavyweight champ of the world.
Yeah, it's you. I know,
Mhm.
but usually what I'm saying is where you campaign in the Olympics, usually, like for instance, if you campaign, like Alexander Usyk campaigned at heavyweight. So when he went pro, he was a cruiserweight. Anthony Joshua campaigned at super heavy. So when he come in pros, he was heavyweight. I was just thinking because you campaigned at junior middle, that really, if you would have come in, not that I don't know if you would have made that weight, Roy, at
But
147. Not that I would have thought you would have made 147. I just thought if you campaign, whatever you campaign in the Amis, you usually take a weight down in the pros. But yeah.
no, I didn't do that because I was struggling so much to make the weight in the Emmys that I was a big 154-pounder already. I knew my time was going to be limited, and in the amateurs it was 156, in the pros it's 154. So in the
Right,
pros it's actually 2 pounds lighter than it is in the Emmys. So I was
true.
struggling even more because I had to lose 2 more pounds as a pro than I
Yeah.
did in the Emmys. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to make the weight long. I asked my father let me get a title shot early because I wasn't gonna make the weight long. He didn't listen to me. We didn't do it, and so I had to move up to middleweight.
Got you. Yeah, understood. Yeah,
Yeah.
you's a big lad. You was. Okay, so when I was watching that fight, and I have to do recaps because sometimes I was born in 1982, so some things I have to do, got to catch up on and recap. Weren't always there, but yeah. So the first 4 rounds against Hopkins, why was you so respectful? You lot were too respectful. Like, no one really wanted to throw any shots. Was you aware? Did you think he had like power that was going to phase you? why you were so respectful at the first 4 rounds? 'Cause
I was never respectful. It was just a fill out process. You always try to fill people out.
yeah,
I also knew that I only had one hand. So I wasn't gonna jump into a rat race knowing that I was one handed
yeah, you broke
and
your hand,
go
didn't it?
short early. My hand was fractured going into the fight. So I knew
Yeah,
I was a one handed fighter who had to outsmart a two handed fighter that night. I had to make him keep thinking that I had two hands, although I only had a hand and a half. So it wasn't smart for me to go out there and start unleashing firepower like a fool knowing I only got a hand and a half. I got to use this,
yeah.
not this and this. You understand me? So I had to outthink him. By the time he figured it out, it was way too late. I already outpointed him to a point that he wasn't catching up.
Yeah, yeah. Because I did know that you actually fractured your hand. Is it did you fracture it in sparring then?
They had been fractured for a while actually, and that's why the song say the right was hurt, beating with the left. Y'all must have forgot. Don't be crazy. It ain't got nothing to do about respect or none of that. It's simply the fact that I knew what I had going into the fight. I knew that I didn't want to engage in a toe-to-toe type fight early because I only got a hand and a half. I got to be smart about this.
Yeah. Well, you say you got to be smart about this. You're the only fighter that I really know that plays basketball on the day of a fight and then goes to fight, you know. So,
I'm being smart about that because I do that every day in training too. So I always be smart about it. If I can do it in training every day, then I can do it on the day that I'm supposed to do it. But people don't understand that. Nothing that
yeah,
I did that I didn't prepare for the way that I was supposed to prepare for it. Every
right.
day I had basketball practice, I had boxing practice. Some days I had basketball games and boxing practice. So I did that consistently enough leading up to the fight that I knew it wouldn't cause me a problem.
That's wild. The athleticism was that's just like epic. I don't know any other like fighter. Like, so when you was in the Olympics, can I just ask, because you're so like unorthodox and that you have your hands down by your waist and you're doing like you're doing your jab coming from the bottom from the hip. Was that how you fought in the Amis, or
Yeah,
was it something that you then just changed your style towards, or it evolved in the pros?
that's just how I fought in the Emmys. That's just who I was.
It's just how you was, yeah. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. Okie doke. So yeah, you had a broken hand there. So for the second fight for Hopkins, that was like the rematch was like 7 years later.
No, 17 years later.
So I heard the man saying 17 years later.
What does
That
that tell
was
you?
17.
What does that tell you?
That y'all must have forgot. I must have forgot.
He don't want to see me no more in my prime.
No, he wanted to see you later.
He don't want to see me no more in my
Alligator.
prime. None of them want to see me in my prime. Trust me.
I thought, yeah, I heard that when I was watching the commentator saying 17 years, but I was looking on BoxRec and I thought it said like between the two, it was from 19. What's the first time you fought?
93 to
93
2010.
to 2010. That's right. I need my glasses because I thought it was maybe saying 2003 and then
No, no,
2010. That's
no,
where I got it.
no.
17 years and we've missed out a whole chunk. So by the time you'd have fought him the rematch, you'd already been uh,
Heavyweight champ,
reigning.
all other weight classes. I've been up 25 pounds. I shrank my body all right back down 25
Yeah,
pounds,
for John
which pretty much destroyed my body, which I should have took a 2-year break after I did that, but I didn't know that at the time.
But but even though you after you fought John Ruiz and you came back down, didn't you win like 2 fights?
I won the light heavyweight title against Tarver again in our first fight, yes. And I
Yeah.
lost the second fight, yeah.
So was it really a fact that you just come back down because you still came back down and got a win? You still won.
Yep. And people
But
found out more about me in that one fight that I won after I came back down than they had known about me my whole career because that was a fight where my body was totally depleted. And I
yeah,
won that fight strictly off of heart and the fact that God blessed me to do what I do. I knew that I myself had no chance to do nothing because I was completely depleted.
completely.
But God said, if this is what you want, this is what you're going to go get. So I got up and went and got it.
You went, God blessed you, didn't he? He blessed you. And that was a lot of when you're depleted, it's like muscle, isn't it? That's
Mm-hmm.
depleted as
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah.
I lost 25 pounds of muscle, so my muscles were completely depleted.
Mm. Is if you could go back in history, would it be something that you'd repeat or change?
I would repeat the whole process. I would go through that first fight again because I got the only chance in my career to show that I had the heart of a lion, and then I would retire because it's smart. You
Yeah,
show it enough, you show everything, you retire after that, and you go down in history as the greatest boxer ever lived.
yeah. Well, you still do anyway now.
Of course, but you would factual without question would be no argument if you do it that way.
Yeah,
People
you
argue now because they don't pay attention to the facts. They don't pay attention to the fact that over weight wise, because Pacquiao went from about 108 to about 154, I think,
and
or
division.
115.
Yeah,
But he got a lot more divisions. But
yeah.
weight wise, I started at 154 and went out to heavyweight, which is unlimited.
So
I
you went
covered
like
more weight than
200 over 200.
anybody ever in the history of boxing. How I not pound for pound the best to ever do it?
Well, I would have to if I had to do an all-time pound for pound list, I'm sure you'd be in the you and Tommy Earns would be definitely in the top 5 of that. Maybe top 3. You'd have to be, wouldn't you not?
Like I said, I cover more weight than anybody. Pound for pound is about pound for pound. Who
Yeah.
can
So
cover the most weight? I cover more
yeah,
weight than anybody. Tommy
yeah,
did 5 weight classes, but didn't cover the weight that I covered. I
yeah.
cover more weight than anybody.
Talk your shit, Roy.
I'm
Tell
just
him.
keeping it real.
I know, it's just keeping it. We just deal with stats, facts, and data because Hans went from 147 to 175. He went, did he
190.
go cruiser?
Went to cruiser, went to 190. Him and Sugar both did, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So you covered just a bit, yeah, a bit more
More
weight,
than that.
more than that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, then
Yes.
you have to be. I'm not sure who else is covered. Who else is covered more than you then?
Nobody. I just told you
That,
that. Nobody covered more weight than me.
so that means you're top, you're number one all time pound for pound if you have to do it all time.
Should be, but I'm not gonna argue, but it should be, but
Don't
people
worry.
gonna have their different opinions.
Don't worry. I go with I deal with facts here, and that's a
Yeah.
fact. So it'll be something that I will be talking about on a show.
Yeah.
I'll do. Yeah, I'll do. I give up with the pound for pound list though. Like I fully retired out of it. Do you know how much arguments you get in when you see
hmm
people shit
hmm
pound for pound?
Because
And
it's about a popularity contest usually. It's not about the factual of who did what with the skill level. In the prime, like I said, in my prime, nobody want touching me. You understand me? And like Max Kellerman said, there were people that we call pound for pound. They was fight when I was in my prime. You don't want to see them fight. You want to see Roy fight. So what
yeah,
that tell you? Roy got to be pound for pound as bad as ever. I mean, outside of, if you think about it, excitement wise, it was Ali
mm,
exciting, Mike Tyson
yeah,
exciting, Roy Jones exciting.
exciting.
Both of those guys were heavyweights. Roy Jones ain't no
No, it
heavyweight.
wasn't. Yeah,
You understand me? So
yeah,
exciting. I'm talking about make you want to get your popcorn and not take your eyes off your TV. You understand where
yeah.
I'm coming from? That kind of exciting.
Yeah, but as you see, when I introduced you, I did say like pound for pound.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did. You
You
know,
got it.
yeah,
You
you
got
got credit where it's due. Yeah, mate. We'd be talking about that on future shows. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to do an all-time pound for pound list and see where people are. I'll be getting in arguments, but they're just going to have to watch this show and realize it's not debatable who number one is. From number two, I don't give a fuck. But number one is got to be RJJ. It has to
It's what
be.
it is. It's what it
Yeah,
is.
it's what it is. I mean, it's facts. Yeah. So also, yeah, the headbutts. Bernard Hopkins was headbutting you quite a bit in that. You suffered a cut to the left. I want to say your left eyebrow with
hmm
with Bernard. Did you
hmm
find him to be a bit of a going in with his head quite a lot?
all the time. Everybody knows what he's known for. He's famous for that. And that's who Bernard is. But I mean, that's how he fight. That's his style. He had an ugly, dirty, gritty, grimy style. You got to know that. So I
Yeah,
don't complain. It is what it is.
it's
Like
what
I
it is.
tell people all the time, I'd always rather go home a fair loser than a cheating winner. That's just not
Yeah,
who I am. So some people go home like that because that's what their skill level is. My skill level was much more higher than that. So if I can't beat you fair and square, I don't need to win.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's the kind of like Evander Holyfield. He was a
hmm
headbutter. He's a great,
hmm
but he headbutted
Yep.
nonetheless.
Yeah, but like heck.
Yeah. See what he did to Ruttman. God, that was wild.
Yep.
Yeah, that was wild. Also, okay, so all right, so you hang on. So the rematch you lost
Yep.
unanimously.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at Roy? Are you looking at you like
No,
don't
go ahead.
come
No,
up?
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the rematch you lost unanimously.
Mm.
There was a vast difference, a stark difference that I noticed of how you've obviously fought 17 years ago because you was like 45, Bernard was like 41, and I think
He's 45. I was 41.
oh, you was 41. Yeah, my bad. You was
Yeah.
41 and he was
Yeah.
45,
He got
and
he got he got better. He got better in his 40s than he was in his 20s. So
yeah,
how do you get better in your 40s than you are in your 20s? I mean, he got better in his 40s than what he had a better career in his 40s than he did in his 20s.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Strange,
So
very strange and ironic.
I like
But it's
so
all
yeah.
good, you know.
I bet
I
you.
guess I guess he's an alien for real, you know. He got
Yeah,
stronger and better at 40 than he was at 20. That's a real live alien, you know.
yeah. Look. Yeah, yeah. Shouts
Uh,
out. I don't know. I know, and that was an observation that I honestly made. I was like, "Yo, he's got better." Like, because at that time it's like he's either a super duper anomaly because what he's done from 40, 41 all the way to
yeah,
51, which
yeah,
is wild. And then you're fighting tooth and nail religiously, all the best, and all of that. I just think it was quite. Yeah, I thought that was strange, but
yeah.
it is what it is, and so unanimously, you lost that. Was there any ever a talk? Well, he was old, but you were that you could have did a trilogy.
Wasn't worth it. He was with Golden Boy at that point. You know, the referee was on his side. They understood. They had the whole promotion situation locked down. There was
Mm-hmm.
no win for me. Once after the first round, I realized unless you knock him out, it ain't a win for you. And if you knock him out, they might call it a late shot or a low blow and say you
No
knocked him out with anything. So it's like after the first round, I realized it's not no win for me. They got the fix in. The referee let him hit me low, and like me, I said, referee hit me low. He don't say nothing. So I hit him back low. I get a point taken away. He
Mm-hmm.
won't. So at that point, I realized I can't win. I'm up against two guys. I'm
Yeah,
against the De La Hoya and the Hopkins. You can't
yeah,
beat both of them. One of them got you outside the ring, whoop. One of them got you inside the ring. So it's like you even if you whoop one inside the ring, the one outside the ring, got the judges with it, you're not gonna win the fight. So at the
yeah,
first round, after the first round, I realized it.
yeah. That
Yeah.
that that's
There's
yeah,
nothing I'm gonna be able to do. So why would I want to do that a third time?
yeah. It's true. I know.
Yeah,
They must have forgot for real.
or something.
Yeah, they must have forgot. Hang on, we've got a super chat, and this is someone that's paid to ask you a question. So let me just give them the fanfare, and I'll read you the question. Roy, one sec.
Hmm.
AJ all day, dropping that half a down on your girl. Salute RJJ. Your KO of Montel Griffin was one of the most satisfying moments I've seen. I think he faked that KO loss in the first fight to get you disqualified because he knew he was gonna lose. So how would you like to address that? Yeah, I know about that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I
That was
kind of I
what
I
do you
kind
think?
of I kind of thought the same thing. But the second time, I wanted to make sure I didn't leave it in the judge's hands. So the second time, I just went out to handle it the way I could handle it. Now he says they didn't give him time to warm up, but I don't know nothing about that. All I know is they tell me what time I got to walk to the ring. That's all I know about. So I definitely wouldn't be trying to rush somebody out early or do nothing. I have no control of that. All I know is they said you got to go to the ring at this time. He's going at this time. That's on him. I don't know nothing about that. I
Yeah,
don't know what's going on in his dressing room. So he
right.
says, I rushed him. I didn't rush you. If somebody rushed you, they may have, but I didn't rush you. I have nothing to do with that. I have a call time just like you got a call time. So I can't rush nothing.
Right. It's not your business. You come out, you when you come, they tell you to come. You don't know what the condition that the fight is going to be in. That's not your business. You do your camp, they do their camp, and you turn up, they turn up, and it is what it is. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, AJ. Um yeah, basically. Do you think he took a is he are you trying to say AJ trying to say he kind of dove, he just didn't want any more?
Well,
Mm.
he was tired. He was tired. And I told my coach that he was gonna quit that round. And when I tapped him, when he went down, I didn't know why he went down, first of all. So I tapped him, the referee didn't say stop. So I hit him again.
Mhm.
Then he looked up and acted like he was knocked out. And I know, to me, I thought it was fake, which was smart because they did give him the decision. So he became a world champion like this. So some people don't get to become world champions. So it was smart on his part. But and for me, I just knew it was not really that hard. It wasn't all that. But now that I realize that you think I can knock you out, now in my mind, now you think that, well, I'm gonna show you that I probably can't. And that's why I did second fight.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Yeah, we got another super chat. Everyone loves you here, Roy. Told ya. Told ya. Shouts out to ALOT for dropping that 199 on your girl. I love Roy. Yeah, we do. We love him. We do.
Thank you. Thank you.
My art to the left, Harlem's finest. Yeah, we love Roy. That's why he's
Thank
here.
you.
Because
Thank
we
you
love
so
him.
much.
I try to
Yes.
get the people that we all love. Well, do you know what? I try to get the people that I love. Fuck everybody else. It's about me at this point.
And shout out to Shane Mosley for hooking this interview up too, because he called me and said you're a good friend of his and you
Yeah.
like doing interview, and I jumped right on it because Shane's like a brother to me. And people
Exactly.
don't understand that several times in my career I would put Shane on the undercard because HBO would ask me to, and Shane was pound for pound one of the best fighters fighting at the time too. But I always tried to reach back to help those that I could, and Shane was one of the ones that I really thought a lot of, and I would often put him on the undercard of my fights because I feel like he would give the crowd a prelude to what was coming. He had very fast hands. He's a very smooth fighter, and I just liked everything about Shane.
Yeah, shouts out to Shane. He was here for about 5 days. And we did a birthday party. He just left on Wednesday, went back to America. Shouts out to Sugar Shane. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's got a lot of respect for you and hooked this up and you was like, yeah. So I appreciate it. Yeah,
No
massively
problem.
appreciated for sure. So also, I want to talk about Felix Trinidad fight.
Tito.
Yeah, let's talk about Tito. So he come back off a 2-year layoff. He was 35, you was 39. I've got the ages right this time, right?
Right.
He did a load of low blows. He did loads. He did a
Yeah.
lot. And
Yeah.
what and you let me just tell you, that fight was so sick, yeah. You was dancing, the showboating that you was doing, it was winding him the fuck up. That was entertainment. So the low blows, talk about that. Because you were still like, come on, go on.
Yeah. Well, long as they didn't cause me any problems for real, I don't stop. I keep going. So I knew he was gonna do it because he was trying to get that pressure off him sometime. But you gotta remember Tito came from 147. So he had a lot of heart to meet me at 170
At
and
175.
to try to fight. That's saying a lot. We met at 170, but for him to come from 47 to 70 was a big jump. Now, I should have put out of the fight again because I tore my left bicep a week and a half before the fight.
Ooh.
Tore. So my hook was basically no good during that fight. But I had to keep the pressure on him because I knew that if I didn't and I let him get started, he could be a problem. But I
Right.
was the bigger fighter, so I said, being the bigger fighter, if I can't beat him with just my straight punches, then I got problems.
Yeah, because you dropped him in round 7 and I thought you'd finish him off. But maybe at that time it's due to what you're saying, you have to take it a bit
Most
easy.
people would have pulled out of the fight if you tore your bicep a week and a
Course.
half before you fight. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Especially coming in with a younger opponent as well. But yeah, I mean, like he was a younger opponent. He's a great fighter. He's a hell of a fighter.
You better
He's a
believe it.
5-star fighter. That's my
You better
Floyd.
believe it.
That's my Floyd Mayweather impression. Can't you tell? He's a 5-star fighter.
Yeah,
That's
he
my
is.
Floyd. He's a hell of. Hey, come on, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. You know you want to. Come on, I make you laugh, didn't I, Roy? Do I?
No.
No. Oh, no. He must have forgot. I do, Roy. I do. So, okay. So the low blows. Round 3, the showboating I've got on the notes was epic. Laughing emojis. So round 7 and round 10 is where you dropped him. And yeah, I want to say I'm not. I think. Let me think. Did the judges have it that he won the first few rounds, or was it near enough that you? And then it
I don't,
changed.
I
It
don't, I don't
changed
really pay
at
attention to.
round four.
I don't really pay attention to all that. I just know by the end of the day, I will be the winner. So it don't matter how I start out. No
Yeah,
matter who jumps out the first early lead, it's
yeah,
how it ends, and that's
yeah.
what
It's
I
how
was focused on. Yeah.
it's, say nada. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I was just sometimes I watch the scorecards as it goes along, and I'm like, okay, I didn't really see it like that myself of how the judges score it, or the
Hmm.
unofficial like how them lot was scoring it. I didn't
Right.
really see it like that. That's yeah, but it's all about how it ends as well, and that's all that matters at the end of the
Yep.
day. Can I ask you a question? Um,
Speak.
well, I have been asking you questions, haven't I? So clearly, you're here for me to ask you questions. So, why didn't you ever fight Nigel Benn or Chris Eubank Senior? And they was super middleweight.
Well, there was
They were middleweight.
two separate reasons, right?
Mhm.
A was I did try to fight Nigel Benn, and he was going through a divorce. He told me to call me back after his divorce was settled, but he never really called me, so that didn't happen. And I didn't have no contact to Eubank. Steve Collins came over and tried to make a deal with Marat Muhammad, but somehow that never matured. So I really wanted to fight everybody. I didn't care anybody that wanted to fight, or if you had a title, I wanted it. So in my time, if you had anything with a belt that says you were a world champion, I wanted that. Now, if I couldn't make it happen, I just didn't worry about it because when I was middleweight champ, I only could get the IBF middleweight title. No other middleweight champion really would fight me. When I was trying to fight for the dream middleweight title, nobody really would give me a shot. My dad didn't want to let me fight anyway. So when I got an opportunity to fight for the super middleweight title. I only got that because they thought James was going to beat me, and James was pound for pound the best fighter at the time. So they let
James
me fight
Sterling
James.
out,
Yeah, they let me
lights out.
fight James because they thought James was going to beat me.
Yeah,
Well, you got to remember that there was an interview, and I never watched the interview because I didn't care. But people told me years later there was an interview where James Tony had called out Ben, Eubank, and Collins, and he said nobody responded. Nobody really wanted to fight James. So those guys thought James was pretty much unbeatable for them, which I
yeah.
could understand that because he was a very mean guy. He was a very
Right.
fascinating
Heavy-handed,
fighter. He had everything.
heavy-handed.
He had
Mhm,
all the tools. So
mhm.
you gotta imagine if these guys don't want to fight him and I go beat him, what make you think they're gonna rush to fight me? So at that point, I felt like they ain't gonna fight me. I
Yeah,
beat the guy who they really didn't want to talk about. So
yeah,
if I beat the boogeyman, they ain't gonna fight me. I beat the boogeyman. What that tell you? And so
yeah,
that's why I think the fight never matured with none of them because they didn't want him because he called them all out. And when they didn't want him, I felt like, well, after you whoop him, why would they fight you?
yeah. I get it now. I
So
get it. I
yeah.
got it. Yeah, that was a shame then.
Yeah,
God.
because it would have been epic, and to fight them over there would be even more epic. And now with the way things have transpired, I really wish they had got like
Yeah.
this back in our days because with social media, it would have made for some beautiful matchups. You understand me? And to
Oh,
be
it
honest
would.
with you, Ben McClellan had a really good fight, and I was the only person at that time that picked Ben to beat McClellan. And I
Yeah.
knew that Ben would beat McClellan because I knew that McClellan was going to come to the UK and try to fight Ben in Ben's style of fighting. You
Right.
can't fight Ben like that. Ben is a brawler with
Brawler.
exceptional punching power. If
Yeah.
you fight him with like a brawler, he probably gonna beat you. Now he did knock him out of the ring early, and I was surprised that Ben made the count back. But after that, the fight turned to a whole different type of fight because you're fighting Ben's fight. You can't beat Ben fighting his fight. I
He's
came
raw.
over and watched Ben fight Michael Watson early in my career, and I knew that if I ever got a chance to fight Ben, it wouldn't be a brawl. I would box him. I would alley Joe Frazier because it didn't make sense to stand toe to toe with him. He's an exceptional puncher. There are some guys who are exceptional punchers. You don't stand toe to toe with them. You box them, make them move their feet where they can't focus on their punching power. Then you beat them up till you get them where you want them, and you take them out.
Right. Right. See, class is in motherfucking session. In the waters. That's right. Yeah. And what would have been the tactic? How do you assess Eubank Senior's fight style?
Well, he was the most exciting one to me because he fought so differently. You understand
Yeah.
me? But the
Like,
one thing I did know about him was that he was strong. He was a good fighter. He was a good puncher, but he didn't always turn his punches over. You understand me? And if you fought me and you didn't always turn your punches over, then I'm gonna start learning which ones you don't turn over, and those are the ones that I'm gonna gamble on. So it just was gonna be a matter of time before I got him too.
Yeah. And out of the two of them, out of Ben and Eubank, who did you prefer fight style?
I probably would have preferred Eubank because he was different, because he
Yeah.
was so different, and I liked the way he did things. He
Yeah.
posed, he did all the beautiful things that people. He was the entertainer to me, and I
Yeah.
love entertainment. So I would
Yeah.
have chose to fight the entertainer. But with Ben, I knew Ben was going to be a tough match early because you got to get away from all those bombs. He was called a Dark Destroyer for a reason. When I saw him fight Michael Watson, I knew what he was. And when I saw Gerald get ready to go fight him, I knew Gerald was going to fight the wrong fight because Gerald had never seen him before. If you ain't never seen him, he's gonna shock you because he's an exceptional puncher. But if
Yeah.
you see him and you understand that, then you know not to go in there and trade with him because that's dumb.
Yeah. Don't brawl the brawler. Box the
Nah,
brawler.
that's
brawl
what
the
made me.
boxer.
That's what made me exceptional. I boxed the brawler and I brawl with the boxer.
The boxer. That's what we do, Roy. That's what we do. Even I know that. Come on. Yeah, we got another super chat here for you, Roy. Let's get the British shit going. One sec. Shouts out to AJ all day for dropping that $250 on your girl. Roy, who is the hard... God, you've taken my question, AJ, because I've got that question as well. Roy, who is the hardest puncher you fought and the toughest fight you ever had? So AJ's taken two of my questions.
Yeah. Okay, so the toughest fight I had was Tarver because I lost 25 pounds of muscle and I had no gas to fight with, and I fought strictly off heart, especially the first fight. So that was probably the toughest fight I ever had because that's the first time I had to depend on my heart because I didn't have no energy to use my skills. So I had to depend on strictly my heart.
Yeah.
The hardest puncher I fought in my prime was Murky Sosa. Murky Sosa was one hard-hitting dude. I beat him. I think James Toney beat him, but he was a very solid puncher. Now, the hardest puncher I ever been in the ring with to this day still, though, is Mike Tyson. Even in the exhibition,
Exhibition that I didn't want you to do.
I was amazed at how hard Mike still punches.
Really? I was like, why are they doing this?
I was shocked. And I was surprised at how hard it is still to hit him. Because he puts his hands on the chin and go left and right. You think it's easy, but it's not easy. I thought it was no way he'd get by my hands as fast as they are, but it took a lot to hit him. Yep.
Yeah. He's still the peekaboo, he's still the bob and weave.
And people underestimate Mike Tyson's IQ for boxing. He has a very high boxing IQ. A lot of people don't know that about Mike. Like they always call me super talented, and they always call him super powerful. Well, he and I probably got two of the highest IQs over the last 30 years in boxing. For
sure. Shouts out to my guy, because in my household, we was Team Mike Tyson. Oh, Jay. Roy, we in England, right, as we do now, we used to have to stay up till 5 a.m. to watch Mike Tyson, right? And then he would fuck him up in like 40 seconds. We was like, yay, but we wanted it to last longer.
Yes.
But so we would stay up mad. I wouldn't even be able to. When I first watched Mike Tyson, I was about 5 or 6, and I remember it like. And then that was it. My dad he loved Muhammad Ali, but then my stepdad, he was Mike Tyson all day and twice on Sunday. We loved Mike Tyson over Lennox Lewis out here in my house. Yeah, we did. We loved him. But me now knowing boxing, or what I do know about boxing, Lennox Lewis is definitely an all-time great heavyweight. And that's for sure. I think we've got. Oh, we got more. We've got more questions for you. See, I told you, Roy. And after this interview, everyone's gonna all of the content creators gonna come to you now that you're on StreamYard. But just let them know that tell them that they must not forget that LadyChann was the first. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a cool Jay. Okay, let's get the bugles out again. Shouts out to Cool J26 for dropping that A quarter of a dime on your Have you noticed that most of the money that gets sent is dollars? Because this is what I told you. Most of my audience, I don't know, they're American. The Brits don't fuck with me. The Americans do. So it's all good. Yeah, it's quite funny that is.
Right.
Yeah. So cool, Cool JC26. Thank you for the $5. What was Vinny Pazienza thinking? Lol. And did you really want to fight Mike Tyson when you were both in your primes?
Yeah, I definitely want to fight Mike Tyson after I won the heavyweight title. I said he's the only person that I would have stayed heavyweight to fight because I knew I wasn't a legitimate heavyweight. So if I would have could have fought Mike, I would have fought Mike, and then I would have went back down and beat Tarver. But he didn't want to fight no more. He was done boxing, he said. So I just went down and fought Tarver. Vinny Pazienza, people take Vinny Pazienza very lightly. You got to understand. In my second pro fight, I was fighting at 156 still, 154. Excuse me. I was the co-main event to Vinny Pazienza versus Vinny Bergacy at 135 pounds.
You was at 135 pounds?
No.
Oh.
Vinny Pazienza was.
Oh.
Only a few guys can move up from 135 all the way up to super middleweight and light heavy. He was one of the guys that went from 135 all the way up to light heavy. So people don't give him the credit he deserves. And by the time he got up to that weight at 68, when we fought it, he'd also suffered a broken neck in a car accident. And he came back from that before I fought him. So I was worried. I really didn't want to fight him because I was worried that I may re-injure his neck. Yeah. Because I know he didn't understand what type of puncher I was. I was different. So I told him if they got my friend, Smoke Gainer, a title shot, then I will fight Vinny. So they got him a USBA title shot against Harold Graham. He beat Harold Graham, so I fought Vinny, and I beat Vinny that night. I was a little afraid still because the referee let him come back the third time, and I was like, why are you letting him come back? He's done. And so I had to hit him with a combination to get him out, but I was really afraid, and I still didn't hit him as hard as I could because—
Did you knock him out then?
Yeah, I did, but I'm not out there to take people. I'm not out there to hurt nobody. This guy's suffering from a broke neck.
Yeah.
Y'all put him in the ring with pound the best and think that's okay. That's not okay. But you know, and shout out to Vinny, he got a big heart because he really was coming at me. He really thought he could beat me, but he didn't understand what I was. He had never been in the ring with nobody of my caliber.
Well, let's give him a round of applause for the heart, though.
Yes, a major heart. Coming off of a broke neck. Come on, man.
Yeah. So you said he went all the way up to light heavyweight, right?
Well, 68 for sure. I don't know if he went light heavyweight. I know he went to 68 for sure. But like I said, my second fight, he fought on the same card. He was the main event at 135. And we meet at 168. And I was at 154 then, but we met at 168.
So does he qualify hold up. So was he ever a champ? He was.
Yeah, he was champ. He was several times champ. Yes, most definitely.
So can he not be put on our all-time Roy Jones Jr. and LadyChann's all-time pound for pound list?
He can go close to it now. He covered a lot of weight, and for being a short guy, he only about 5'7", and he went up that far from 135 to 168. That says a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah, he's going on.
The only reason he may fall, he'll be further down the list, but he definitely deserves to be on the list because not many people did that. But like him and Hit Camacho both started lightweights when I was 168. That says a lot. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
But the only reason they have a hard time is because the guy that was in the top four, which was in the top four at that time, which was the four kings they call it, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and Marvin Hagler. People don't understand this part. Marvin started at middleweight. Leonard and Hearns started at welterweight.
Yeah.
Duran started at 135.
5 Roberto, yeah. She does, yeah.
Went up there and gave all of them all the trouble they want at 147 to 160. Then went on to light super middleweight and became super middleweight champ and beat the likes of Iran Barkley, Davey Moore. I mean, this dude beat some real dudes at 168.
I know.
And he started at 135. So that's the only reason that people like Benny don't get the credit because Duran did the same thing, but he beat a much bigger cast of names than they did.
Yeah.
So
he's originally. But shouts out to Hector Camacho, Roberto Duran. Look, I can't even get to answer my questions, but like people are paying, they're gagging, like they're so excited. Like here's more. Let's get out. Shouts out to Dr. P, a member of the channel, for dropping that £2 on your girl. Where did Roy go? He disappeared. He's probably got a phone call. There you are. You're back. What about? Oh yeah, we do love a Joe Calzaghe. What about him though? He said, "What about my boy Joe Calzaghe?" Well, that was late in your career.
Late in my career, late in my career. But shouts out to Joe. Joe's a puncher. Joe's a guy that keeps punching. He throws 100 down.
People are calling you, and it's going to fuck up the audio. I'll tell you what you're going to have. Hang on, pause, Roy. Pause. Because people are calling you, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, because and you may because you go black and then your audio changes.
Okay, how do I do
that? See on our iPhones. You got iPhone, innit?
Yeah.
You drag it down.
Yeah.
And then you'll see hold on, let me just do it.
Airplane mode?
Yeah, airplane mode it. But you might need to, let me see, your audio's gone across. Your audio's gone bad. It's because of the, I tell you what you do. Take it out of airplane mode, go back to normal, come out of the studio and come back in, and it will reset your audio.
Okay.
I just put leave studio. You see it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you sometimes when people call. No, it's okay, AJ. Don't say sorry. It's all good. Let me tell Roy how to click back the link. I knew this would be a fun interview. Back the link. I knew. Shouts out to Sugar Shane. There you are. Now put it on airplane mode before anybody else tries to come through.
There it is.
Yeah, there you are. Perfecto. I know. Someone tried to come through already, didn't they? God.
Yep.
Yeah. You're popular, aren't you?
Yeah.
The screen's gone black, so I'm waiting for you.
There. Okay, there I go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're back. Okay.
All right.
So I did. Okay, so what about Calzaghe? That was that was late, and most of your athleticism was, he was
depleted. Yeah, but he was a very good puncher. Very volume puncher. What he wasn't so powerful. He was a high volume puncher, and it was fun. It was fun to share the ring with him because he's a legend in his own right, and he was definitely beyond my prime. But it was awesome to share the ring with him. Yes.
Yeah, Joe Calzaghe is is a fighter that I really like. Not much power, but like you said, volume, pity pat,
and keeps going. All night long. Yep.
Yeah. He was a fast lad, wasn't he? From out of Wales. I'm just looking because there's more. Okay, we love Roy. Yes, I know. It's another one, Roy. Roy, put it on airplane mode. Tell him to stop hollering at ya.
Yeah, I got you. This is important.
Tell him
I had to answer that one as my son, but I'm good now.
Oh, okay. Do you want to still answer it, and I can
go
on?
No, let's go. No, we're good. Let's go.
Okay, coolio. Let me do this super chat. Shouts out to AJ all day for dropping that $0.25 on your girl. Roy, at what point in your career do you feel you lost your edge or your dominance?
When I lost 25 pounds, coming back down like heavyweight after the heavyweight thing, after that first fight with Tarver, I knew right then my body had changed and I was going to have a hard time getting it back right because I put on 25 pounds of muscle, then I snatched it right back off, and that was pretty incredible. And to be able to even go through and win that first fight was absolutely amazing and outstanding. Only the grace of God got me through that, and that's why, like I said, that's why I should have stopped it.
Yeah. So the Magic Man, you fought him twice, isn't it? Yeah, one more.
3 times.
3 times. One.
Actually, 4 times. We actually fought one slam matches I won. The first pro fight I won, and he won the second 2. Yeah.
Second 2, yeah. The Magic Man, and you lot are on your podcast. It's not your YouTube show. Are you lot still doing it? The Pro Box.
No, we're not doing that no more. No.
Roy would. When I used to watch that, I used to be cracking up because I felt that you was the only one that used to tell the truth on there.
I'm the one that always tell the truth on
Yeah,
all commentating.
yeah. You got two magic men on there as well.
Yep.
Both the magic man. Paulie's been on this show twice. He's been on air
Nice.
twice as well. Yeah, he's been on it.
Nice.
But I will like to speak to Tava, I guess. he wants a coaching job. I can see him everywhere pitching it
Yes.
about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I can't help him with that, but he likes to have a good conversation. So maybe
Mhm.
we'd have one. And we've got another super. Hey, Blood, I see you. What up, Blood? What up, gangster? Okie dokes, there's another one. Here we go again. One of my other American compadres. Let's get. What up, Laron? Thanks for dropping that quarter of a dope on your girl. How much does the Olympic robbery, we talked about this, cross your mind? And how much did it play into fight preparations in the pros?
It crossed my mind all the time, but in the pros, it just made me get ready a little bit more intensely. Made me intensify my preparation because I wanted to try to get everybody out because I didn't want to take a chance of being a victim of a bad decision again.
Yeah, take it out of the judge's hands. Yeah,
Yes.
let's stop that. Yeah, yeah, for real, for real. Let me just check if there's. Let me see where you at, Blood. Holyfield, yeah. Oh yeah, Holyfield got robbed in the Olympics as well. Thanks, Blood. He's one of the boxing historians on here. Yeah, it's true. Holyfield got. Remember the two N's, JC. You've known me long enough to know it's CHANN, mi hermano. Come on, you know. Okay, so I can go to my questions. Okie dokes. All right, so just real quick. God.
We got one round. We got 1 round. We got 3 minutes. You better come on.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. You're gonna have to come back. You're gonna have
Yeah, I have to come back. I have to come back.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Tony Curtis in the UK. Shout out to his brothers, Henry, Stan the Man, and also shout out to my man, can't think of
Chris Jr.
Fez Batista, yeah, and Chris Eubanks Jr., Liam Smith. I'm a Smith Brothers fan as well. Shout out to my man Archie Sharp.
Okay, so let's talk about Chris Eubank Jr. I've got so many things, Roy. You got to come back.
I will.
You got to come back because there's so many things. You will, won't you? All right, I know. I'll take you on that. Okay, so with the Chris Eubank Jr. thing, can I tell you my honest opinion? Because I always keep it a buck as well. I feel that it wasn't the best matchup because I feel that he was trying to emulate you. And there's only kind of one you. You're an anomaly. So I felt that he was trapped between styles. And although he got success under you, do you think that now looking back on it, that was the case? And also, why did you lot part ways with that? I know that excuse was just the media one where, he couldn't come to thingy and I couldn't. We're going to tell the truth here because just tell us.
Well, first thing is, when we talk about fighting styles, I did not try to change him. I did not change his style. I did not tell him to fight like me. I came there and told him the first fight that you can beat Liam Smith without me. You don't need the stuff that I taught you to beat Liam Smith with. You just got to go out there and fight Liam Smith. So we're going to train going this way, not that way, not round. We're going this way because to beat Liam, we have to push Liam backwards. What he chose to do in the fight the first time is I can't make him do it. I can only tell him what to do. Yeah. That's what a coach is, to give you guidance, to tell you what approach we think we should take. My game plan was you could box him maybe for a round or two, but then you have to push him backwards. He in the 4th round was still going around and going backwards. That's not what I told him to do. So that's not what he wasn't trapped in the styles. He just didn't listen to what I said. Because if you trapped in the style, I mean, you don't know how to fight it. He told me, yeah, I feel like this is the first time I fight a guy that's going to be right there in front of me for a while, so I'm going to enjoy it. So that tells me that he knew what to expect and he knew what he was going to do. But when fight night came, he didn't do that. That's not trying to fight like me. I didn't fight like that. I did what was necessary. So, and I didn't tell him to fight like that. So people take it very, very wrong when they say he tried to fight like me. No, he did not. I mean, if he was trying to fight like me, he didn't box and throwing 4 or 5 hooks at one time. You understand me? But he wasn't trying to box like me. I don't know why people get that now. The fact that he went out and tried to box early, I didn't tell him to do that. That was not my thing. I said, you don't even need me for this fight. And so the second fight, he brought in David Hay,
Yeah,
and
he did.
he had training camp in Vegas. I didn't think that was a good place for a training camp. So I went out there with him. It was cool. Everything was working all right. But then the fight kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Well, by the time I came home, he's like, you can come back, but what are you going to give me to come back? Wasn't really worth my time to come back. And I got other fighters. You understand me? So my other fighters had fights coming up. So
Yeah.
I can't just lead them astray because we don't know when you fighting and I'm just gone. I got 100 chickens in my yard. I got sheep. I got goats. I got everything in my yard. I can't just leave my animals like that long, not knowing what's going on. You feel me? So
Right.
I felt like, I told him, I said, listen, I got other fighters. I got to go. So I went home and my other fighters started having fights. So when he called back and said, hey, can you come? I said, no, I got 2 guys with fights coming up. I ain't just walk out on them. I'm their only coach. He had David Hay there with him this time, so you have another coach. So I'm their only coach. They don't have no other coach.
Right.
So if I leave them, they don't have no coach at all. You got David Hay with you. So I'm like, okay, well, y'all can take David and find some others. Y'all go ahead and do that. But I got to keep my guys. My guys got 2 important fights coming up, which they both won, but they had to have. And that's just what it was.
Okay. No, shouts out for that answer. If you kept it. But nephew said, when you said I've got 1 round, 3 minutes, he said that's what he tells his girlfriend. 1 round, 3 minutes.
Just make sure you win the round. Hey, just make sure you win the round.
Yeah, just make sure you KO her. Make sure she's
make
not
sure you win the round. That's right.
Yeah, no wave off. She has to be asleep.
Make sure you win the round. Yeah.
Win that motherfucking round, okay?
There you go.
We've got this before we wrap up because people still they're like, we don't want you to go, so we'll send you money. Oh, hang on. Shouts out to Mr. Special Feature for dropping that $1.99 on your girl. Much love to the legend Roy Jones Jr. All day, every day, and twice on motherfucking Sunday. That's what we do. He's here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
That's right. So I have to let you go because I did say an hour, and I'm going to pester you and be a bugaboo, and say, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? When are you coming back?
I'm coming back soon. I'll be back soon.
Because I want to get predictions of future, what's going on currently in boxing, like, with Anthony Joshua, Wilder.
Yes,
I wanted to get into all of that. So we'll keep that and we will link up on the flip side. Roy Jones Jr., y'all must have forgot. Thank you very much for joining me.
And y'all go out and get the new singles called Never Turn My Back. Roy Jones Jr., SM Bullet, my son Dre, body here in the building. Go check that out.
And can you do me one more favor before you go? I'm going to put you on solo layout. And can you just say, this is Roy Jones Jr., 4-division champ, number 1 all-time pound for pound, and I'm rocking with LadyChann. So I use it on my thing. Okay?
Ready?
Ready.
What up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr., 9-time world champ, 4 different weight divisions, pound for pound, the best to ever do it. And I'm rocking with my girl CHANN right here on whatever it is we on.
That's right. Yes. Roy, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much for joining me, and I'll speak to you soon, okay?
All right, CHANN, no problem.
See you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye. Roy Jones Jr. is with the Booties. Y'all must have forgot. That's right. Look at me. I'm well gassed. That's made my little old day. I know. Shouts out to Sugar Shane because he was like, you lot will get on very well because you're both got dynamic personalities. So, thank you. That was nice. and we will see Roy Jones Jr. sooner rather than later. That was a great interview, wasn't it, Dr. P? I know. You lot, can you lot join the members? Because if you need to, because this is member only straight after. So, you know, you got to join the Shannaholics. Click the link.
Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just start. Don't try move the body. Try scatter. Pick pattering up all over your body. Know your bruise and batter. Tap shatter. You never should do Allah.
Let's have it right. I'm a small channel. Yeah. We need to be getting to 5,000 and 6,000. Get the lights up. Start sharing the content. I bust my ass to bring you these types of people, legends, Hall of Famers. And I'm looking around the landscape and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I think I got the best guests in the booties. Yeah, I have. Anyway, you know, let's just keep it a motherfucking stack. Yeah. Leon, you're always so nice. Up. I'm always up. Yeah, I know. We do it, don't we, Conchornery? You're a member. These lot need to be members. Shouts out to Bruce Gas. That's right. You guys have been amazing. Yeah, you made them look like nobodies. Yeah, because they tried to say you haven't fought nobody. No, I just make them look like nobodies. Yeah, shouts out. That is what Roy told them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you guys, that was all I was coming to bring you. You know, I hope you've had fun watching this as much as I have. Could you all get the lights up, please? Massively appreciated. Working on some more guests. Yeah, working on some more guests for you guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I think I'm not sure if I'll be back. I may be back tomorrow. Hang on. Who's fighting tomorrow? I don't know who's fighting. I may be back. If not, it'd be the weekly wrap-up Shiggity show on a Monday for sure. But yeah, some of this content will just go straight to members only. Some interviews going forward will just... Sometimes I just do members only and members only lives, and the guests can sometimes interact with the members jumping on the panel. Like Shane and I did one that wasn't even members only. That was free for y'all. So, you know, I try to do my best for those that allow me to those that rock with me, should I say. So, you know, yeah, we did all of those. Okie dokie. So yeah. Here to tell the truth, I already did that. Already did a few good men. But we're just here to tell the truth, whole truth. And knowledge is what? Is key.
Knowledge is key.
Right, so for Guan, you know, so for Guan.
So if it Guan, not bad that here, nothing because nothing not a Guan. Lock off your eyes, cock me, make you talk.
Them not like me, wouldn't like them. You guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, whatever you want. Twitch at LadyChann, Lady, just how my name is spelled. CHANN. Them not like we, wouldn't like them.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Roast raised man, wanna inform up, bun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping flight.
Sin embargo, estoy lista siempre para ti, para todos. Ya tú sabes, la verdad.
Listos pe los chingazos! Listos pe los chingazos!
Caleb Plant, mate. Anyway, you know, I am that bitch. Always been that bitch. Always will be that bitch. You know, I don't know. I think I was ordained to be her because I thought I filled out an application, but I did fill out the application. But you know, is it ordanity? You know, they said, yeah, just let her have the job. Just let her be the female Schmengali. Just let her have it. God.
It's hype, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic to pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, stylist, go get Ferrari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
It's the name of the sister. I love that. I love that. Shouts out to Nicki Minaj. But yeah, so I will be back from me to you, from you to me. EU days, Rodders, EU days. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for y'all turning up, supporting me. It's important to support the cause, who you love, who you like. You know, I try my best, and I'm glad for you guys to rock with the little old me. So anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Yeah. Well, we had Roy Jones Jr. That's the 2 back-to-back Hall of Famers in the booties. Yeah. See you guys later.
LadyChann.
Fight!